Good evening and welcome, one and all. As you make your way to your seats, thank you for your promptness and welcome to this, the 6th annual Chappell Foundation Dinner. My name's Adam Spencer, a thrill to be your MC this evening. Can I start by acknowledging the land upon which we're meeting this evening, the beautiful green grass you were walking on just a few moments ago, land traditionally under the custodianship of the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. I pay my respects to elders, past and present, and welcome any First Australians who are with us here this evening in this wonderful crowd of pushing up towards 500 of you. Give yourselves a round of applause. That is just wonderful. 500 people here this evening for an evening where we will celebrate the glorious game of cricket. We'll also be assisting the Chappell Foundation in its important work, and we'll be hearing more about that work very soon. For those of you who've been to any of the previous 5 dinners, you'd know normally the wonderful Tracy Holmes would be standing here, founding board member of the foundation. Tracy is currently in Aarhus. Anyone? Where's that? Anyone? Yes, correct. Denmark. She's along with her partner Stan Grant as he takes up a new academic posting in Denmark. Tracy sends her best for us all this evening. While Tracy couldn't be here, it will come as no surprise that the room is full of cricket luminaries from both on and off the field. I'm about to name those cricketing luminaries. I apologise in advance if I've omitted anyone. It's probably an oversight on my part, or perhaps my definition of luminary cuts in just a bit above where you perceive yourself to have achieved. We'll find out in the next few minutes. Here we go. Bruce Adams is here. Adams Cricket Academy is one of our platinum sponsors. Great to see you here, Bruce. Mike Baird is here. He's the chair of Cricket Australia, been in the gig less than a year, during which time we've won the World Test final, retained the Ashes and retained the Women's Ashes. Mike, you can stay, well done. Michael Bevan's here. Bevo, yes! Is it really 27 years since on New Year's Day, chasing what seemed an impossible 172, given we were 6 for 38 and 7 for 74, you hit the last ball of the match from Roger Harper down the ground for 4 to win it, cementing your reputation as one of the great finishers in the history of the short form of the game. What a night it was. I was there. Man of the match that evening was Paul Rifle. That's a bit stiff, isn't it, Bev? Not since your elimination on The Masked Singer 3 years ago have I been that disappointed by a decision made by a group of judges. We've got not one, but 2 of the best women to ever play the game here tonight. Multiple World Cup wins between them. Alex and Kate Blackwell are both here. Welcome to the Blackwell twins. Greg Bohr is here, Greg Dyer, Neil DaCosta, Phil Emery's here, Andrew Fraser, Todd Greenberg, Lee German, Nick Hockley, Jeff Lawson, Brett Lee, Peter Lovett, Brad McNamara, Jonathan Moss, Peter Neville, Matt Nicholson. Lovable Lenny Pascoe is here. Colin Robertson is here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Gavin Robertson is a late apology. He sends his regards, and I know we will all reach out to Robbo and wish him the very best. I did contact Gavin this afternoon, and he confirmed he wouldn't be here tonight. I explained I was planning to roast him a little bit. He gave me full permission. He said, just keep going, even though in his absence. While we remember Gavin Robertson's amazing Test debut in Chennai against India, 4 for 72, and then 57 runs batting at number 10. Not as many people know about Robbo's last innings at any level of cricket. It was here at the SCG in a charity celebrity T20 match for bushfire relief. He was caught at mid-on off a virtually unplayable leg break bowled by one Adam Spencer. As he informed me this afternoon, enough to make Robbo immediately retire from the game that he loved. Simon Torfel is here. Yes, one of the most respected international umpires. Torfs is here, perhaps the bravest umpire ever. In 2001 at Kolkata, he gave Sachin Tendulkar out LBW. That is brave. Even more impressive, as an international umpire, he was the first one to put his head up above the parapet earlier this year and say on Twitter what every other international umpire was thinking. Of course Johnny Bairstow was out. Stop whinging. Good on you, Simon Torfel, for being brave enough to say that. And here tonight, I bumped into him on the way home. The one and only Doug Walters is here, from Dungog, 77 not out. Great to see you here, Dougie. And of course, amongst our luminaries, that leaves the Chappell brothers, who we will be hearing from later this evening, and indeed right now. It is my pleasure to invite to the stage to say a few words on behalf of the Foundation. Please welcome Greg Chappell, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Adam. Yes, please, mate. And welcome. Thank you very much for stepping in as 12th man at the last minute. We love to have you with us, and thank you all for being here. It really is a great pleasure to see so many faces that have been to the previous dinners. The fact that we get so many people coming back to these functions suggests that it might be something that we're doing right. I've also got a list of names. First of all, our patrons. To welcome them, John Howard, former Prime Minister, is with us, as he is for most years, so thank you, John, for being here. John Coates. John is one of our recent patrons, and it's lovely to have you back again for this year. John McMurtry, who is one of our great supporters, has been from day one. It's always a pleasure to have you here, John, and welcome back. James Sutherland, also a new patron, is back with us again this evening, so welcome to him. Louise Savage, one of our ambassadors and the organiser of our Sleep Out this year, has been a wonderful supporter. It's always welcome to have her here. Some of our Sleep Out champions, we had the Sleep Out on the Allianz Stadium next door just recently. James Allen is one of the great adventurers from Australia, and James is someone who thinks that we should be able to get rid of homelessness altogether. So just ameliorating it is not good enough. We've got to lift our game. But James, lovely to have you and your continued support. Cameron Giddlestone, Brad McGee, Taylor O'Neill, Beck Rippon, Jimmy Smith, we'll see him up here auctioning some items later on, and Alice Yoland, nice to have you back again. So some of the sporting people: Miles Barron Hay, former Swan CEO; Mark Bosnich, lovely to have you again; John Elias, Aaron Major, David McKeon, Olympic swimmer; Nathan Power, Olympic water polo; Mike Simons, the Melbourne Racing Club; and David Trodden from NRL CEO. Great to have so many familiar faces, as I say, so we must be doing something right. So just what does the Chappell Foundation do? We're not a frontline charity. What we do is raise money and raise awareness for youth homelessness. It's a blight on Australia. For a wealthy country, it's disturbing that we have so many people that don't have a place to call home. We work with 7 different charities who are on the front line. They do wonderful work, and they're the real heroes. They're the ones that are working with some of these homeless young people and trying to put their lives back together again. We're a fully volunteer organisation. We don't have any paid staff. We don't have any overheads. So pretty much every dollar that's raised with this function and others that we do go to those 7 charities that we support. I've got to say I thank personally our board members. As I said, we're a volunteer organisation, so these are selfless people. Who do amazing work. I mean, we see such a lovely room here this evening and such a wonderful turnout, but the work that goes into putting on a function like this is enormous. And so to the board members and their fearless leader, Darshak, I don't want to give him too much praise because he does get a big head, but he does enormous work, and without him the Chappell Foundation wouldn't exist and we wouldn't all be here. Unfortunately, his wife, Alpana, is not well, so she's not with us tonight. And knowing that he's had to pull this together with the support of the other board members under the duress that he's been, it is a wonderful thing. So thank you, everybody. We hope you have a good night. It's wonderful to see so many faces in the room. We hope that you're all feeling very generous tonight, because it is a very worthwhile cause. Relax and enjoy yourself. I hope I've met quite a few of you before dinner, but during the evening, hopefully I'll get around and say good day to a few more people. But it's wonderful to see so many cricket people in the room. Listening to that list from Adam earlier, wonderful support from the cricket community, not least of all Cricket Australia and Cricket New South Wales. We are delighted for your ongoing support. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Greg. That is exactly what this night is about. Two aims. One, to have a fantastic time catching up with friends, making new friends. Two, to raise money for the Chappell Foundation. We're about to serve your entrees and then your main meals. It is a chance to get around if you want. It's a chance to get to the back of the room and check out the items for sale and auction. Can I ask one thing? It's great that we have such a big crowd here. The room's reasonably crowded. If you are up and about, please pay attention to the wonderful SCG staff, because the quicker they can get meals to you, get plates off the table, etc., the more time we'll have to roll through the evening. So get up, mingle, go and drop some serious money on the silent auction at the back of the room. But please be aware of the staff as they continue to serve the meals. Enjoy. We'll be back soon.